Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to another one of these fan commentaries. I finally settled on a title. I'll just call them fan commentaries, as you have seen. Last time we were lucky enough to have Lance join us, but he's not available right now to do this one. But if he ever decides to come back to do something else, we're happy to say come along. And thank you for Lance also for posting a link to our video on your Facebook page. At least I've seen that much. So, I've just gotten back here, and Blue Dragon 5's here with us.
Hello, everyone. Pleasure to be back.
Yeah. I remember watching this on a one of Australia's movie channels. I believe it was Movie Extra. I think now.
Well,
I think that
we have to tell them what the movie is first.
Oh yeah, it's Dogma.
There we go.
Dogma. Yeah, it's not like I put up a picture or put the title up when I do these videos. So.
We might have some blind viewers or listeners.
Oh, okay. For those of you who are blind, yeah.
Oh, we have Ben Affleck, and that's good for the blind viewers.
Yeah, that's great for them. So I do remember seeing this on Movie Extra, and I think that was the introduction for me with Kevin Smith films. I may have seen more Rats before that, but yeah. So,
well,
how did you come across this?
Well, it was on TV, and I always saw it in bits and pieces, and then it was like on TV one time. Then recently, again, I've been giving Kevin Smith films another look recently. It was on Stars. I watched it all the way through. Been a while. And you know what? Again, I'm starting to come around on Kevin Smith's films more. Again, I love the Q&As and I love the podcast, but now, giving his films another look, I'm finding more and more positive stuff about it. And this one, since you told me you really liked this one, this and Mallrats,
Yeah.
which I agree with you on Mallrats, definitely. But this one, I would say this one really impresses me. It makes me like it, because the sort of thing this film's about isn't something I'm really crazy about. And it sold me on it, because it has a lot of good writing and good stuff. You know, it's still not my favorite. I think my favorite Smith film is probably going to be Mallrats, but again, that's favorite. So I can't say, I think this one might be a little more well-made.
Mm.
And again, I haven't seen Red State yet, so I can't weigh in judgment on that.
Yeah. Okay. So, for those of you who are watching along with us, and I hope there are many of you.
Yeah. Sorry, I had some backstory for the.
Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
Well, again, with the three things I don't really like to discuss. I kind of approach things the Charlie Brown way, you know, the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, and that three things you don't discuss: politics, religion, and the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah.
That's the kind of way I approach things, but again, this kind of sold me on it. But this film was very controversial.
The
subject matter. I mean,
yeah.
However, I think mainly it's due to people just getting overly offended by it. It's really it's a film, for crying out loud. It has a giant, to quote Kevin Smith,
so it has a giant poop monster in
it. Exactly, it has a giant poop monster, and so how serious can you take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just really it's just surprising how controversial it is. And again, it's a comedy. It's a Kevin Smith film, but yeah, at this point in life, Kevin Smith, a lot of things were getting done in this year, 1999. He got married, and he had Harley Quinn Smith.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get into that a little bit during the film. Because a lot of stuff happened this year for him.
Yeah.
Got married at Skywalker Ranch, by the way.
Lucky.
A feat that hasn't happened since George Lucas's niece, I believe. Or was it daughter?
Oh, okay.
I think it's niece. But also, yeah, the film, so much people hated the film, and before they saw it, I should add, just hated the concept of the film. He got 2.5 death threats. I mean, the third one was basically the guy like halfway through the letter said, according to Smith.
Yeah.
Never mind. Forget it. I don't really care. Yeah. The other two, like one of them was really saying, you know, the Jews I'm quoting the
Weinstein.
letter. Yeah, the Weinsteins. Quoting the letter. Said, you Jews better invest in flat jackets because you're going to need it, and love your brothers in Christ. These guys. Smith had this framed in a room in his house because it's just so absurd, but scary times. Though, talks of security, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the reason he's not making a sequel, because he does. With all that stuff happening, he doesn't want to risk it for a sequel. That's why he never made Dogma sequel. He had ideas for it.
Oh, okay.
And just real quick, you can watch the Q&A for the whole story, but just kind of summarizing it. What was really funny is during all these protests outside the film, again, before they saw it, or just protesting the idea of the film, Kevin Smith and his friend Brian Johnson, who's on Comic Book Men, the one with the Alan Moore beard.
Yeah.
They
went in there and mocked. They pretended to be other people in order to join the protests.
Yeah,
and the reporter kind of recognized them, but he denied it being Kevin Smith the entire time. It's really quite a funny story. So pick up that. That's from the first Q&A. So do pick that up because it is I think that's probably the best one because he answers the most questions in that, and he just doesn't go off and tell an entire story through it.
Oh, I love the entire stories, but also Also, you can actually—I found out recently—you can actually watch that news segment, when it was filmed. Kevin Smith being interviewed as Brian Johnson, but it's on the C-Smod YouTube channel. So you see, Kevin Smith is number 10, I believe. He's talking, he intros you, and then he shows you the actual news clip. So that's really cool. And 1999's film written and directed by Kevin Smith, Scott Mosier produced, Dogma. That's all I got.
Okay. All right, so for those of you joining us, get ready. Press play now.
All right.
A statement to save one's own. Nice, I love that.
It's like legal Star Wars text.
Yeah.
The opening crawl, just legal jargon.
Yeah.
I still like how they're keeping it fun, though. Just all in the quotations, all just kidding. To those film critics, too.
Yeah. Tee! A lot of tee!
Yep. Yeah. Apparently it doesn't read with Tim Burton, the teehees.
Yeah.
Oh, this Perry the Platypus must take offense to this.
Oh, you're kidding. Hang on one sec, mate. Keep going, though.
Oh, yeah, I love this, how they buy it back, called the noble platypus. It's like these stupid creatures in any way. Yep. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Yes, that's a nice thing to kind of cover. Say, yeah, we're having fun with this, but still, you don't take it too serious. But, yeah, we have some risky ideas in here, but we think they're going to pay off in the end, which is a nice sentiment, I believe.
Oh. Yes. Sorry, I just had to duck away. Someone called me. Yeah. Right at the beginning of this. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Asbury Park, the home of the late, great Bam Bam Bigelow, a very famous wrestler. He took on Lawrence Taylor at one of the WrestleManias.
Really?
Mm.
Well, this was shot by the Jersey Shore, as, well, it might be a little obvious, but yeah. Well, the film...
Now, skeet ball, that's the one where you throw the ball up and you got to get it into the slots, don't you?
Yes. I've been to a few arcades, and yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah, it is. It's always fun.
Yep. Also, this actor here, Bud Cort, I don't know if you know this, but Bud Cort, I know him from, he voiced Superman, but particularly, he, no, I'm sorry, that's Bud Collier, but I mean he also, in addition, he, on the Superman animated series, he voiced Toyman. He voiced Brainiac very occasionally. But yeah, he's done a lot of voice work, but mostly he's basically done the Toyman voice on this 90s Superman animated series.
And we're watching the late, great George Carlin now.
Yes.
A great comedian. Sorry that he's passed away, but he was not a young man.
You know what I first knew George Carlin from when I was a kid?
What?
I knew him from the Thomas the Tank Engine Shiny Time Station when they had like a little live action mini conductor.
Oh, okay.
Conductor for the train was George Carlin. It was really a nice role. He had range. saying people forget about him.
Mm. Sorry, I'm used to the Ringo Starr and the new guy that does the story.
Yeah, well, Alec Baldwin did it for a while. I don't know who does it now, because now it's CG and I don't care anymore.
Yeah, it's CGI. I don't care anymore either.
Well, basically...
Oh, and the Buddy Christ, I love this. I swear I'm going to get the T-shirts with the Buddy Christ on them.
This Buddy Christ does crack me up, and I think I'd be okay with this, because it's just really funny. I would be okay with this. It's a little more positive than the other one.
Yeah.
Just saying, this is like, hey, okay. And it's...
Granted.
Yeah. And it's kind of, it really represents the whole plot for the film, and that, yeah, this is like your loopholes, like, hey, you're welcome on through. So yeah, we're overlooking the sins for this one day, so you can get through here.
I love this. This is my favorite role for Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, kind of, but I like him whenever he's in Kevin Smith films that I've seen, because he always plays a jerk.
Yep.
I just love that.
I'll say this though, I love his character in this, Ben Affleck's character. It shows his real merit as an actor in this, I believe. And yeah, these two, I should mention, Good Will Hunting came out before this. It was in '97. This is '99. Yeah. So they've worked together previously, Matt Damon and or Loki and Barnaby. Hope I get the pronunciation right on that, because it's like spelled weirdly.
Yeah, Barnaby is all. I looked up. He's usually in the Bible, at least from what I've read, he's usually a positive angel, and Loki is usually as well.
Yeah. You know, first time I saw this, I thought he named Loki just because it was after the Avengers Loki. Again, I'm not well versed. I should also mention that I'm not well versed in religion. Again, it's not an issue I'm really going to broach that much, but just know that going into this, I'm not going to be knowledgeable in the religious aspects.
Neither am I.
I just know the general consensus. That's about it.
Same here. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love it that Loki makes everyone an atheist.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Yes, you buy the friendship between these two. You get the sense they have been around for a long time, you know, being friends. And one's the Watcher, one's the former Angel of Death, and this guy talked him out of it. That's going to be very key later on.
I love this.
Also, our John Doe earlier, he has a big role, and do you... Sorry, go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I think it might have been more interesting. Again, there are spoilers, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah, spoilers.
Do you think it could have been more interesting if, the hockey guys, again, Kevin Smith's love of hockey, they basically got into a coma, so it would be unavailable to interfere with what's about to transpire for the film. Okay. Let me ask you this. You think it might have been more interesting if they were just regular street thugs that did this to a guy, and basically that's the reason all this happens?
It could have worked.
Kind of like it kind of like goes with Affleck's underlining thing for the movie, that the humanity, we've done all this stuff for them, and look how they treat us, or look how they disregard you, or treat others. I'm saying it's a way that it could have possibly gone. I'm fine with the way they did it. I'm just saying it's a thought I had going into it another time.
But you could have gone with the same ending, and you could have had Jason Lee. Now, this is the line I imagine Kevin Smith would have given him, is if, okay, they gone the way you said, right? At the end where he says, instead of saying I've seen too many James Bond films to give away all my sexuality, I just came up with this on the fly. I don't know where the fuck God is.
Also, to mention, we had Dante from Clerks, Brian O'Halloran, as the newscaster. Grant Hicks, is it?
Yeah, so obviously...
Not Gil, that's Mallrats. But also...
Yeah, he always finds a role for him, and he always gives him the last name Hicks. I just love that. That maybe all these guys are related. And
I think the exposition in this film overall is fantastic.
Yeah.
Also, to mention, airports are great sets. It's a great set.
Really?
I'm just saying, airports just really are really cool sets like this one. It's perfect set. They're gliding across while they're giving this exposition. They're sitting around, watching and commenting. It's just a great walk and talk spot.
Yeah.
I just find also,
That's what Kevin Smith is great at, and yeah, he's even good at it in Red State. By the way, I don't care what blow himself up dude says.
Also, I should mention, I can't say for certain if this is shot in Wisconsin, but I do know that they shot in the Jersey Shore and they also shot in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I think they probably made this look like Wisconsin, but again, I can't vouch for that at all. I'm just assuming it's redressed. And again, I love the cheese heads.
Yeah.
The cheese hats, they're funny. And I love that it's like the ball cap. It's not just the little cheese head.
Yeah. I love that.
It's kind of, again, it's like they're overstating that, yeah, we're in Wisconsin. I think, again, it's...
and they even say, we're Wisconsin. Posted it.
Yeah, it's
making, you get that when you go to another airport, I guess. But I've never traveled on a plane, conscious, I should say.
Afraid of flying?
No, I might as well say it. I was in a coma, and that's why they had to transport me.
Oh.
I was very, very, very sick and had to travel.
Okay. I'm going to say, statistically speaking, it still is the safest way to travel.
Yes.
To quote Superman.
And all that was just the intro, so yeah.
Yeah. That's a great intro.
Okay. Yeah.
The Howard Shore music in this film, the score behind it all, what it does is it gives credence and credit to what's happening in there, like with the buzzing, like kind of not Valkyries, more like kind of waspy sound with these with the hockey players. It's like danger's looming. It's a little over the top, but still it gives credence to some of the stuff. Like it's something worked with Family Guy. Great musical score that gives this ridiculous stuff credence, like you're actually with your characters on this, like saying, "Oh my god." Appropriate enough.
Having not been in a Catholic church for ages or ever, this does not. But having been in a different kind of church, what people are like at my church, I must say that when I do go to church, everyone's happy. No one's like laying there falling asleep. But I can imagine at certain points people are going to be like that.
It's kind of funny that no one cares in this. Also, the great, I hope I'm pronouncing her last name.
Janine Garofalo.
Linda Fiorentino. She was the girl from...
Okay.
I meant our female protagonist, the girl from Men in Black. Remember L?
Yeah.
Is it M or L? I'm pretty sure... I think it's L, isn't it? Yeah, it's L. It's L, because M's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I love Janine Garofalo. I wish she could have had a bigger part in this, because she is so funny. She's just so awesome in this.
Also, I know it's kind of past, but the two protesters to the right were Walt Flanagan and Brian Johnson was the one that yelled at her about the abortion. Yeah, he is Brian Johnson pre-beard, by the way. So
yeah, I don't get it. Honestly, I don't get that protesting out the front of a.
I don't get it either.
Why not? Yeah, I'd rather. If you're that, why don't you put your efforts towards putting out more birth control and educating people on birth control? If you're that worried about it.
Yeah, it's really scary when they show like, the deformed baby pictures and they scare people. That's horrible when they do that. But again, we're not here to tackle the issue. But
I'm putting it out there. I'm not afraid to.
Yeah.
Say I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Jason Lee. Not my favorite role here. So I prefer him in Mallrats, but this is so awesome.
I adore him in this. He's Syndrome in this movie. Because he's literally he's a Syndrome of the Incredibles. He's like the perfect evil guy. It's just so happy and So he's having so much fun with the role, and again, he's also, in case no one saw the Mallrats commentary, he's the godfather of Harley Quinn Smith to show how much Kevin Smith likes using this guy.
Okay, how does that work? That's made out of wood.
Well, it's like dark magic wood.
Alright.
That horn effect's good. And he's Azrael, not the Batman Azrael, just Azrael.
Oh, no. No, but, sorry, I was looking up, when I was talking about Ben Affleck's Barbie, that's not who I was talking about. It's Jason Lee's, he's usually a good angel.
Huh.
Yeah, I was looking it up, and apparently usually he's a good angel. That's really interesting.
Yeah. I just love how in control he is. He just brings that overconfidence. He's just having so much fun with the role. That's what Lee sells me on this. And I love how he's like in the all white suit, and he's like this really. He's not Lucifer, but he's kind of like he works with the guy. And I like how the little touches. Just to be clear, he turns the heat on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, this Linda Fiorentino, probably the last time I'm going to say her name. Oh, wait, just the risk of screwing up. She's a pretty girl.
Mm-hmm.
Good actress. She has this nice dry delivery about her. Well, this guy knows how to make an entrance.
Yeah.
Does he sound like a die-hard villain to you?
Yeah.
The great Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is. This guy is great. And yeah, Kevin Smith, he loves the Die Hard films, especially he and his father love watching Die Hard films. That's probably why he cast him in this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like having the Alec Guinness in your movie for Star Wars. The accomplished British actors, like the serious guy, is going to get things done.
Yeah. Hit me with that fish.
Yeah. I still don't, other than the Jesus fish reference, I don't really get why it's a fish. I was saying, like, all the things you could have turned it into. Also, God has a cool voice.
It's a fish, it's funny.
God has a cool voice. It's a British voice. It's, again, Alan Rickman. So.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, here's the thing. I think this is a little bit unnecessary. The rape and no genital gag. I don't think you need it. The whole, take whatever you want, just don't rape me. I like how the voice here kind of calls her on it. I like that, but still the whole no genitals thing, I think it's a little much for the gag.
Well, I think it's one of the things women are more, women ain't, people are more afraid of. They're not that afraid of dying, as being raped is much more scary.
Well, I mean, don't be wrong. I'm not saying that rape's a walk in the park. I'm not saying that, but
well, I think it would be.
I mean, just the assumption. I like how. I mean, basically, what the voice here is pointing out is like, you always think we're gonna rape you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, a little presumptuous, aren't you? I mean, I like how he points it out. I guess that kind of saves that gag, but still, I think it's going a little too far. Just the whole no genital thing. It's just kind of a little cheap laugh, I think.
Well, I think it's a throwback to what Matt Damon's character said earlier, as well. It's just like, okay, here's the proof that they don't have genitals.
I guess. Also, this harness apparently is very uncomfortable for the wings, and that's why his kind of deliveries might be a little more clenched, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's really it's a tiring process.
Well, I think the wings are great in this.
They look great. In this one,
and not too over the top, not huge.
Yeah.
I love that. We went through 5 atoms before we figured that out.
Yep. Why does she need more proof? The guy has wings. He can put it in the fire.
Yeah.
That's a realistic reaction, but put out the fire. Yes.
Yeah, it's like, really? Apart from the fire and the wings?
Yes, Bethany here's a tough cookie. I like how she grabbed the bat. You know, she's proactive. That's her lot in this film. You know, she's grabbing the bat. You know, she's grabbing the fire extinguisher. She's doing stuff even though she doesn't want to. It's a good character for her. And also, we're at the Mexican restaurant bit, which I think is a funny gag. We're in Mexico? I forget the place.
No.
He says, no, but it's a nice eatery down the street. Very nice, though. Captures the ambiance.
Yeah. I love it.
And his name's, at first I thought it was Megatron, but it's just,
Metatron.
Metatron,
yeah. It's the voice of God, yeah.
Yep. Which I think is kind of like, it'd be kind of funny if that was, no, it's not, but it'd be kind of funny. It's like a meta joke. Like, okay, it's Alan Rickman, but it's not. You know, like a meta is, and everyone knows what the in joke is. Nothing exists though, so I'm talking out of my rear end here.
Yeah, I love that. Aside from the fine print,
I think it's great when she's like talking into the glass because he says he doesn't want to scare her off the deal. Doesn't want to scare her off what she has to do, and I like how he can't drink wine. Or alcohol.
No, that's classic.
That's a good gag, and that's like, it makes sense, yeah. Well, these two guys basically committed treason because they were drinking, so no one else could drink.
Well, no, they got drunk, and then they...
Well, yeah.
Then they did something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how Bartable, he was doing something genuinely nice in that he was trying to talk the guy out of doing his job because he felt bad for humans.
Yeah.
You know, he was trying to also. It's like he didn't think it all the way through though. Like God would kick him out because he was doing something genuinely nice, like the thing he believes his creator to impart on him, but apparently. Just to question the creator is a heresy, and he gets launched out of there. Well, banished to an airport. Well, Wisconsin. But.
Yeah, that's hysterical. That I don't know. Where was I going with that? Anyway, I just love Alan Rickman's character in this. It's like he only comes up a few times, but every time he does, there's usually something funny that happens.
Again, this.
But I still say he should be doing more villains because he's really great at that. I'd love to see him play a villain again.
True.
Because he's really great at that.
He could be a good vulture.
Yeah, he could work. It would work.
But yeah, again, this is a great Dogma exposition. He says the title in this scene right here, and again, it's just basically it's simple and to the point. Just saying it's a loophole. That basically, if you question God, all existence will unravel because you can't prove him wrong.
Oh no, you can't. You can question him, but you can't prove him wrong. Huh.
No. What did I say? Question?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant prove him wrong. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And I love. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
I love how like it's not that simple. You prove him wrong. It exists on this one principle. That if you prove God wrong,
I like how
God is infallible. Yeah, that's it. That's the word I was looking for.
There you go.
It's kind of a bit ridiculous that.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, that's like.
I love how she's kind of tied in this. She can't conceive. That's why she's kind of up in the air about her beliefs.
Yeah.
She's like, right now she's she's in disbelief. Like she's lost the faith.
And I think it's one of those things that's probably been a long time coming, and where she says, oh, it's not that she can't conceive, it's that her husband left her because she can't conceive, and obviously, and because she can't conceive as well.
Well, I mean, I like that runner in that I like the connection to that because she can't conceive. That's her main. That was like the breaking point for her, and it's a nice tie in that it's like a nice. We're trying to look for a word. I'm not finding it here, but it's kind of reflected in that she works in an abortion clinic. In that basically it's a place where people don't conceive, or it's kind of the theme of not conceiving. Like you're trying to get rid of. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of she's living where where her ultimate failure was. Not that I'm saying it's her fault. I'm saying her.
No.
If maybe God's failure in her eyes, I guess.
Yeah.
Basically, she's working at that place, and later on in the film, we have like the resolution to that at the very end.
Yeah,
And basically,
that.
it comes full circle, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. I think it worked
And
really well.
profits in a matter of speaking.
That's a great setup for the two great characters that are coming up.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right, but I'm going to get to that when I see them.
And the other one is a quiet type. Now, I didn't watch this from the beginning the first time I saw it, so I can't remember where I came in, but I just love it. Yeah. I love it. Sense of humor. God's got.
So,
yeah, I love that. That is so true, though.
They're actually in the place, right? It's not just a dream.
Yeah, they're in the place, and he just.
You realize she's not wearing any pants, right?
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
I know you're fine. I'm saying over on that. Oh, Matt, you're turning me into you now. See what I'm going to going on about Zoe Deschanel all the time. Nice hallway shot. It's all understated nowadays. Nice hallway shot. Going through the motions, setting the security measures. Locking up before she leaves,
Yeah.
A welcome sign to an abortion clinic.
That's classy.
Well, welcome them because they're getting all this crap on the outside. The whole.
Oh yeah.
But again, there's that Howard Shore score there, like the kind of this waspy. It's sort of the Bumblebee March, if you will. Yeah. Almost the Ride of the Valkyries, but kind of more hockey themed, I guess.
It's a good theme.
It is. Here we go. Here's the great Batman and Robin-esque entrance. It's like the 60s Batman show I keep thinking of when I see it.
Really?
All they needed was a handshake, because I know Kevin Smith would have loved to homage that. You might have that in mind. Again, I can't speak for him personally, but... Yeah. I'll agree with you, definitely. This is Jay and Silent Bob's... one of their best uses next to Mallrats, I would say. Yeah, I love how they were used in this film. I think they're used very effectively. However, I think they're used a smidgen better in Mallrats. Then again, I like that film better, so that might be why.
I think they're used to the max in this.
Yeah.
Apart from their own movie, obviously, but that's just like...
They were used just the right amount in this. Like, just push... If they were in any more scenes, it probably would have been a little too much.
Yeah.
So this is like the pinnacle of how much they can be in the film. Mallrats had a good balance. This had also a good balance, but like to the point. Like anything else would have maybe been a little too much.
Yeah.
Again, I just love my consent. I'm going to keep saying this throughout the film. Silent Bob is awesome. He's my favorite character. Just Silent Silent Bob and Ben Affleck. Those are my two favorite characters for this film. Shielding her eyes from the mace. That's a good move because it does kind of recoil. And Jason Mewes.
Yeah.
At this time in the 90s, 1999 here, when he was shooting, Mewes was, unfortunately, he was using heroin at the time. From this, when they were doing Chasing Amy, he was starting to reuse heroin during the shoots. He sobered up the first week of filming, but then he found out a way around the drug test. It's like you don't take it for 3 days, then you drug test it after 3 days, and you can keep going. And his mother contracted AIDS at this time, so he's living with her. Unfortunately, that didn't help. His mother's kind of a problem mother, and he got addicted to Oxycontin. But he's all right now, and that's what matters. But For music.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind when watching. He's using during this.
I know we've passed it, but I just want to say I agree with Jay's views on women's right to choose in this. I agree with his views.
I also agree, and please don't lynch me, anyone in the comments.
Yeah, don't lynch us.
Yes, but also I love just the absurdity that they also after that profound statement they say, yeah, we're here to pick up chicks. I mean, they must love to do stuff. Otherwise, why would they be here?
Yeah.
We also get another good explanation in the diner. Still, that's just absurdly funny. I mean, come on, really? This profits?
Yeah.
Even I was thinking, really? That's the line you're gonna work in there? But it's fine. It's funny.
Oh, look who it is.
Yep, it's Jeff Anderson.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, some good, nice weapon acquirement here. Again, me being the gadget guy, I kind of pay attention to the armaments and stuff. So it's always nice to see how they get the weapons.
I don't like the gun he chooses, though. It's not my. I prefer something a little bit more compact.
Well, he doesn't like it either, so.
No, he picks out a great big gun, and I'm like, no, that's not the way I would have gone. It's. I think it's the one he's actually got in his hand right now. It's the one I would have picked. Mm. But no, I'm not very much of a gun guy.
Nor am I. I just kind of. I guess I kind of look for like which one would look the coolest and maybe do the most damage. But again, I'm not a gun guy either. I follow the Batman principle, and that guns are bad, but still, they look awesome for bad guys to hold. That's a menacing bad guy right there if he's holding a gun. But anyway, I'm not here. We're at the, I like to call the cantina scene from Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I love how when I watched this the first time, I was thinking that. It's like the cantina scene from Star Wars, and then they said it in the film.
Yeah, I love that. I would love to read. I've got it on my eBay queue to buy the comic that links Chasing Amy to this. I'd love to read it because I don't 100% believe it's just this one thing.
Yeah.
They decide, we're going to hop on a bus just to get to Illinois.
You're really interested in connecting everything, all these Smith movies, aren't you?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I can see them as separate pieces, but again, I never really considered connecting them. But I hear the Jersey trilogies stuff, and I never really considered connecting them until you brought it up.
I should mention this. Silent Bob's wearing a movies hat.
Yes. Also, the few things. One, I love this John Hughes gag, and that's the reason they're. That's the other reason they're there, to sell drugs to an imaginary town that doesn't exist, and that's why they're here at this moment.
Yeah, yeah, that's hysterical.
Just the idea Silent Bob loves John Hughes movies to the point he would cry during them.
Yeah,
and we get the Muse spin on things here. Just like him, he's given the exposition as always, but still, it's just really it's in his own Muse-like way. And I don't know if it's coming out, because again, I have this on mute, but there are these two lines that just crack me up. One, he says, Silent Bob lives with us. I just love, that's kind of an endearing line. He's just saying, yeah, my buddy gets to live with us, too. Kind of saying, in a way, I don't mean to get maudlin on you, but yeah, these two guys have been around, they've been friends, they're saying, even if I live with the girl, I'm going to bring my buddy Silent Bob here with me to live with us. He isn't. Yeah. Nothing happens between us if you can't live with us.
Well, you already said it, but it's funny. Muse ended up living with Silent Bob for a while.
He did. He did. Again, during the whole his drug addiction, which now he is. Well, last time I checked, I don't know if the new number is like 993 days at one point. So it's gained since then, but days free of use. So good for him. Check out the Jay and Silent Bob Get Old podcast. At least the first 6 episodes, and I love that look they just gave. She says, "Do you believe in God?" And he's like that. Whoa, existential. And I love that line too. I'll scream rape. That's a good rape joke. We need more male rape gags. That's what I think we need. The fear of that.
That's
from women. That's what I'm saying, that the men just being afraid of the women. Also, by the way, in the background of this, the Men in Black 3 music's playing. It's in no trailers, like din 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 din. Makes no sense by my humming of it, but Men in Black 3 trailer music, and it's kind of playing in the background of the film. Playing on the jukebox here.
Gear!
Yep. Oh, the other line was, I don't even know where I'm going, when she poses the question to Muse, like, you have to take, well, she says, you have to take me somewhere. I don't even know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Muse is, Jay is the most incompetent driver.
Yeah.
And just this look they give him right here, like, just look us, you idiot. How was I supposed, you know I can't drive.
I love this.
Oh, this is a good scene. Again, it's just kind of selling, the friendship between these two, but also just kind of this, while this, again, two journeys are happening here. They have our villains here, but very entertaining villains, mind you, and they're a little, we can sympathize with them a little.
Yeah, that's the best kind. To me, that's the best kind of villain. But you don't want too much of that. You want a little variety with your villains.
There's a good balance because again, one of them is killing people definitely, and later on, both of them will be killing people.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the two of them. I mean, we get more sympathy for them later on, but still, we're entertained by them for now. It's just kind of these guys have known each other for a long time. It's just one's the smooth talking guy who's like in control, and the other guy's like impulsive, but still he's like just a casual guy saying, "Oh yeah, I know how to do this." I mean, come on, I've been killing people for this long. You talk me out of it. It's like a retiree sort of.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like buddy cops.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Kisses his wife.
Like,
no
like
man kisses his wife like that. That's not true.
It's like a cop out should have gone. No, I'm kidding.
No one kisses his wife like that. He's so right.
Yeah. Also, this seems like a pleasant bus ride.
Yeah.
Well, until the ending, but yeah.
To her, if it's not that it's any of your business, but no.
It's funny.
And he just so casually just points the gun at the guy's head and pulls the trigger.
Yep. Now here's the thing that cracks me up about that. I just know the second that happened, I'm saying, you really didn't think that through, did you, Loki? Up the rest of the way now. And I like how basically the reason they haven't gotten to the church already is that they had to make that stop because it's just something he had to do before he goes. The Moopy place, the what's it called, Moopy or Moobies? Mobies.
Movies.
Yeah.
Movies. Because it's a cow.
Moobie. Okay, yes. Also, I want to mention this right now. I meant to mention this earlier when they get in the elevator, but overall, in addition to Silent Bob, these two guys, especially Affleck, they have awesome overcoats.
Yeah.
I am in love with those overcoats. I have the go down. It's like a portable cape, but it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith is multi-purpose. It's a utility belt and it hides, hides some weights. Yeah, he has trimmed down, by the way, recently, which good for him. Good for him. He didn't really need to, but he did it anyway and looked great. But again, the trench coat is just such a cool look, and I love it on Affleck here, and I just love it on Silent Bob. Again, Bob's a great character. He's always awesome.
But he's fucking me.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
I love how Muse is like offended, like, we fell in love with you. We fell in love with you. A guy like us is gonna fall out of the sky. Oh, it's a cheap gag, but just saying like, after something falls out of the sky, I want this now.
Yeah.
Silent Bob just with the arm movements there, like he's about to say something, and the guy falls out of the sky. Well, that guy is Chris Rock. It's raining Chris Rocks now.
Yeah.
I love what brings him to is the Con Air reference. It's like, oh, that's a horrible movie. No, it's not like that at all.
I actually like Con Air, but I do like Chris Rock.
Yep. Yeah. We're about to see a rare sight. Silent Bob minus the overcoat.
Yeah.
Yep. So apparently the dead guys have their bits and pieces intact, where the angels have a little sucky afterlife.
Yeah.
So I like just take my coat off. I can't do that. I live with this. I sleep in this thing.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, we have our obligatory black guy joke.
Yeah.
That was a Kevin Smith film, so it's fine.
Yeah. Dead the dead. I love that. It's not the undead, he's the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got to drop the N word because Chris Rock loves that word.
Yeah, they got rid of that in the trailer. It's the same line. That guy owes me $12.
Yeah. I don't like anyone saying that word, to be honest. But if he wants to say it, that's his prerogative.
Isn't it in itself racist just to have one word for one type of person?
Yeah.
And just say it's our word, isn't that just kind of the double negative?
Mm.
I'm just saying.
I don't care.
I don't get it.
I don't care.
Yeah. Again, something about without the overcoat. Man, I miss the overcoat. Sorry, I just love the overcoat. It's a great look. I love it.
Yeah.
The only overcoat I have is my
I came
Joker
from heaven.
jacket. That's a great shot. Look behind you! Here's a back. This. It's a perfect hole in the time-space continuum, Marty. Space-time continuum.
What the hell? He doesn't know what an apostle is.
Oh, wait. As far as, again, correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I have no knowledge on this. From what I gathered, the apostle is kind of like a teacher of sorts. Just kind of share the whole Jesus beliefs thing.
Yeah, according to the Jehovah's Witness that came knocking at my door the other day, they asked that's what they. I gotta learn not to answer the door.
Yeah, it's easy for me, especially not answering the phone for telemarketers. That's I specialize in that.
Well, I got caller ID now, but unfortunately they're smartened up and put private number there, so.
And here's movies. Movies, right? This place is in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and this is its first use, isn't it?
I think so. I think there are references to it in other movies, but I think.
Okay. Also, like I was.
You must be a bit ahead of me because I've only just gotten to movies.
See, curse your Australian time difference. Thank you, Mr. Fusion, for pointing that out, by the way.
That and the fact that it was a PAL converter, but I'm not using a DVD to watch this.
Well, I'm not using a DVD either. I'm watching it the same way you are. Oh, you're using the DVD?
Put so much more. No, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm using the video.
Oh, I love that. No, I'm not in it, but neither are we.
Yep.
I'm supposed to be in it.
Yeah.
But what he's saying is technically true. The Bible is indeed edited.
Yes. I remember.
And that whole bit that's in a certain other movie, the Da Vinci Code, that's true. That the Bible was edited.
Two things. I like how he's wearing the uniform of the place, like for his shirt.
Yeah. It
appears to be like the uniform the purple shirt is wearing. But also I like how he says it's oh yeah. I heard ones that like there was like a misedited Bible. It says Gob. G-O-B instead of G-O-D. That was like, but it's like author by Gob. But yeah. Also, I like how he says it's a pet peeve about the blackness, but just Just trying to get people to believe that Jesus is black, not just like they shut out the 13th apostle because he was black.
Yeah.
This is a pet peeve. I like how he says. Yeah. Also, has the Brian Johnson name drop happened yet?
I think it's coming up.
Okay. And I have it on mute, and again, I was trying to keep up. I don't know. You're ahead of me, and I'm trying to get ahead of you. It's a whole time-space continuum thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Curse you, pal converter!
Mary Magdalene may have indeed been the wife of Jesus. Mm.
Yeah.
Hello there, he needs some help down here, so he's going on this mission to help them.
Yep. Oh, no, well, yeah, it was, I remember.
Oh, here it is. Here it's coming up now.
Brian Johnson. Yeah. Tell me when she walks away. Nothing against her.
Brian Johnson.
Yeah, Brian Johnson.
She's walking away now.
Okay.
You masturbate more than anyone else in the class.
Tell me something I don't. Tell me something no one else knows.
Thinking about guys.
Yep.
Not all the time.
Also, tell me when they enter the strip club.
It's coming up. They're just having the conversation now. I
like how he apologizes.
Mythology. He hates when it's referred to as mythology. Still dead. Where they go? So there's a strip club near movies.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're there. And we're seeing the always lovely Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
You know, at first I thought, very quick glimpse, I thought this was Kevin Smith's wife because of the hair, because it resembled Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Briefly, but still. There's a good reveal, though. She keeps moving. It's kind of hard to tell it's her at first. Are these? Can you read what the money is? Is it just $1 or is it $100?
No, it's $10. It's $10.
Okay.
And now he's put another tenner with it.
I think that's funny. It's a fun sequence. It's like some that baby girl music. Am I right? Is that what it's playing?
No, it's ABC. It's easy as 1, 2, 3.
Huh. Okay. But yeah, it's just that playing there. It's just this. It's a really innocent scene, even though it's in a strip club. It's just like I have more money. No, I have more money. And basically, then they accept him into the gang. Just because they outbid him, I guess. So, respect these guys. Oh, by the way, anyone listening, as charming as this, charming and beautiful as this lady is, don't see Grown Ups 2. I implore you, do not see that.
Oh, really?
Is
it already come out for you guys?
It's going to soon. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a train wreck anyway. Oh, my favorite scene. We're at my favorite scene.
Oh, I love this scene too.
This is by far my favorite scene in the entire film. I can just watch this and be happy. This sold me on the film. Oh, that's so great. And that's a nice transition, by the way. He goes from the restaurant to like the corporate office of the restaurant. Just there peeling. I smell onions. I think that might be like a subtle reference to The Onion. I'm probably stretching for that. I'm just saying, why else an onion?
Peel away the layers and you see the evil underneath.
Well, that too.
Just shut up.
I adore this. This relationship.
So is he supposed to be able to read their minds, or is he just gone around and watched and seen all these evil going?
He's watched them. He's watched them, and I'm guessing he can maybe read their souls or gets like a fix. He probably watches everything. He just gets a fix on them by their souls or something. I don't know, but he does watch, so that's probably how he got the information. I'm just saying watchers in the name, so I'm going off that assumption. Maybe the soul's like a directory. I don't know. But again, this scene, I love it. It's Ben Affleck as the smooth talker. Again, he's like in control. He owns this scene. He's in control of it, and he's like saying to Matt Damon's here, he's talking to Loki, saying, okay, calm down. I'm trying to get through this. I'm getting through my spiel here. Let me get through it. I'm breaking their souls and mentally. I'm breaking them. You can physically break them afterwards.
Yeah.
Great. Again, the scene is just so good. And he's like Matt Murdock in this scene a bit.
Yeah.
The lawyer outlining all their crimes.
Yeah.
I guess that's another underlying...
Kevin Smith reckons he can play Jaws.
Yeah. Yep. He says, my go-to answer. If I can play anything. Yep. He's
just got to be directed right. I think if he's directed right, he can probably play just about anything.
Again, I like him in Daredevil. I'm not saying another actor could have been chosen for it, but I'm saying he did a great job when he was in there.
You mean the highlight movie or the real movie?
I mean both, but especially the director's cut.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone, see the director's cut of Daredevil. You'll enjoy that much more.
Yes, definitely. Then again, Affleck in control. And by the way, that sneeze setup is great. Kind of like that sneeze plant, because it comes back.
Surly duck, I love that. Surly duck.
And then, so is the voodoo. Yeah, carving the onion. Yeah. And again, these guys, I love how he's outlining. These guys really are bad guys.
Yeah.
Well, their crimes here. It just really gives credence to their whole mission here. Like they're kind of have their fed up. But, I mean, it's kind of leading to how Affleck's going to get fed up later. But yeah, it's just great stuff here. I don't keep saying it. It's just this scene is just mesmerizing to me. Again, he just owns the scene. He's the smooth talker. He's speaking truth, and they can't refute this.
No, because it's all true.
Yes.
Ugh.
Again, he's the angel. He's also he's the angel watcher. So again, they can't refute any of this. It's all fact. It's all truth. And it makes sense because they're in the corporate world. All these scumbags do get in office sometimes. Sometimes, mind you. There are good corporations, but there are also bad corporations. And I can't say all of them are fast food corporations, but maybe this one, who knows?
And the woman has done nothing wrong.
I love that so much. It's just like nice to the lady at the end. It's like, you've done nothing wrong. Good for you. And he's doing like instilling fear in her to do good. I mean, to keep doing good, I guess. But again, it's like after the years, just instilling fear. He's breaking their spirits, but also doing that.
What do you think he whispered in his ear?
Oh, God. Your son, you're his father. I'm just going to do. I'm going to assume maybe rape. That's going to be the word of the day.
Or is there a little illegitimate son out there and he's just treated him really badly or something?
I don't know. I'm assuming the most horrific thing, which I can think is rape for the kid, I guess. That's all I got. I'm trying to think of like a really bad thing happened to a kid, then that's it.
Yeah.
From a father, at least, that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I've thought too, but I go back and forth on it.
And unfortunately, we're in a society where that's kind of the go-to answer, so... I'm not the sick one, people. That's society for you. Now, getting the call back here. Did you think he was... Did you think he was going to blow up?
I thought he was going to, become a human accordion. So,
Yeah. I mean, did you expect the whole, like, voodoo? It's voodoo. I don't know voodoo. I don't believe it.
I don't.
And again,
I love it.
And again, the great punchline to this scene is, like, Affleck, he leaves the room, and I love that while he's giving his whole speech, then Damon's setting up. You know, he's putting the CD in, which is a great music in the background. Affleck leaves. Okay, things are good now. But then basically, he just leaves Damon to his own devices. Now he's killing everyone. It's like this smile. It's like a Watchmen thing right here. It's like the smiley face, but then it's spattered with blood. He's reading the little kids magazine.
Yeah, what does that mean?
While this such as happy music is going, it's like it's a Smart Little Afterworld song.
Gum.
This poor woman, such fear has been instilled in her, but I love this. You think Loki's so heartless, he's gonna kill this girl because
also
she didn't say God bless you. But you know what? Just
getting off easy. Yeah, I mean, God. Why would that be such a bad thing to say?
I was so worried for this girl at the end of the scene, but then it relieved me and it delighted me so much that Affleck, again, he's out of the room, and he's still in control. He's saying, Loki, okay, you are so lucky. Loki, okay, lucky. I love that so much. It's the perfect punchline to that scene. That's the best scene in the film. And again, the violence is kind of off-screen minus some blood spatter, which also works.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
Also, agree with what Selma Hayek says in this scene about the Bible.
Yeah. So basically, she's like one of the writers of the Bible. She says she has writer's block, so I'm just guessing like I'm sorry, what?
She wants to be some recognition, but she can't write down anything because she's got writer's block.
She wants recognition for what?
She inspires people. She's a muse.
But not Jason Mewes. But yes, you're right. Yeah. Oh, we got a scene coming up. Oh boy, do we. Yeah. Again, with that, even though that awesome scene with Loki Unleashed at the end of it with that great punchline, Loki! You listen to that all day. Just like say, don't kill her, come on, we got stuff to do.
Yeah.
It's like the kid wants to stay on the playground longer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Here we go.
The giant rubber poop monster.
A poop monster.
You know what? I heard about this in the Q&As before I saw it. And you know what I imagined this thing looking like?
What?
I thought it was going to be like 40 feet tall. It was going to be like a Godzilla-type monster chasing Jay and Silent Bob down a street.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I pictured in my mind when I heard of this giant poop monster.
Were you disappointed?
I'm not disappointed. I think mine was just more absurdly... It was more absurdly funny. This one's kind of realistically... Well, not really realistically funny. I don't know. I'm fine with this. It's just kind of... I have a funnier imagining in my head, though. I mean, I can't say it's funny. It's just to me, I guess. It's just the imagining Godzilla-type monster. Again, it's like he's talking about... Smith's talking about in the Q&A. He's like, hey, I've showed my daughter Dogma. She's lashed the giant rubber poop monster chasing Jay and Silent Bob. So that's what I thought in my mind. So I guess that's it. But again, that's just me. Again, it works fine. It's kind of the make or break moment for the film. If there's any of these protesters watching the film, which they're not.
Oh.
Also, Ethan Suplee, I know. Are you physically seeing the poop monster now, or we just had him being created?
No. Someone Hayek's talking about gender bias, and it's true. It is so true.
Yeah. Also, there's like a guy with an afro in the background.
Oh, there's...
Yep, that's...
Now I'm starting to see that it's coming out of the...
Yeah. Okay, we're synced. You know, Ethan Suplee, not Earl, from My Name is Earl, Randy from My Name is Earl, and in Mallrats, the guy looking at the poster, the 3D art, he does the voice of this guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he does the voice of him. of the giant rubber poop monster. It's a good puppet effect, though. I'll give it that in the facial animatronics.
Mm.
Assuming that is facial animatronics, which I'm pretty sure it is, but again, I could be wrong.
Okay.
I didn't go to the Jim Henson School of Puppetry, so I can't tell you.
Neither did I. I don't... Ooh.
Yeah. They're wearing bandanas.
Oh, here he comes.
Yep.
Big bang.
Yep. Oh, what's the smell?
Ah!
Oh, yeah. What do you think of the design of this guy?
Oh, disgusting.
I mentioned how I felt about it. What do you think?
It's disgusting, but effective.
No, I guess my version just didn't have the horns on top. It was just really huge, like Godzilla size. I guess that's kind of it. It was like more like toy, like the fake. I just imagined it was like a costume constructed out of the fake dog poop in like Spencer's, you know, like attached to like a garbage bag of a suit or something. But it looked good. I don't know. That's what I had in mind. Just absurd, but still, this works. The effect looks really good on this. I'll give it that.
I like that.
You don't see it.
Oh, they're walking around, and that's funny.
That's kind of the gag of Kevin Smith. That he doesn't really move the camera that much, and basically all the action happened off screen.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, there's a digital shot. Wait, yeah, it's digital.
Yeah, it's digital, but it works.
Yeah.
For 99, it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, keep in mind, like a little bit earlier, '94, we had the mask.
Well,
I'm saying effects-wise, that's where we are. I like how she's actually doing a really good plan right now, making the Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the guys has some methane in them. So
yeah.
it's gonna do them in.
Mm.
But I do love how Silent Bob saves the day, and like Batman with his utility belt in the overcoat, mind you, again, awesome overcoat, love it. He's gonna pull out the equivalent to Bat Shark repellent.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Kevin Smith had to have the shark repellent in mind for this gag.
Yes.
Knocks out powerful odors. Waves goodbye. A little bye-bye gesture is really funny. Why would you carry that around? Jason Mewes, that's why.
Strong odors out.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
I think this girl's Guinevere, isn't that her name?
I have no idea.
Get her last name. I know the first name's Guinevere, and she might have been in Mallrats. Maybe.
Oh.
I could be wrong. Yeah.
Oh, I love this thing coming up with Jason Lee. It's so funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, not hysterical funny, but I just.
This is
right. You don't want to look like a pair of fairies, do you?
Oh yeah. This is again great exposition scene, but also important. It's kind of setting. Trying to say his name. I keep kind of resorting to Affleck, so I'm sorry about that, folks. But Barnaby. And Barnaby, he's kind of getting set on this path. Like, he has this really big character arc. And he's just positive, saying, I want to go home again. But now he's starting to say, why are there so many people against us? We paid our time. We did our service. This is our chance to get back in. Everyone wants us out. It's sort of this betrayal's building. So also some Madman stuff behind Jason Lee right here. The comic book Madman, not the show. The one that's kind of like Freakazoid, only it was in the comics.
Oh, okay. No, it's actually behind Ben Affleck and that.
Well, I mean, it's behind both of them, but it's really behind Jason.
Oh, yeah,
the costume's behind Jason Lee.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Lewis? Right? The only thing I could see in a sequel to this would be if the devil himself or herself actually showed up.
Yeah, that probably was in there. It'd probably be a guy as the devil, I would assume.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the whole thing ends because, well, they're a divorced couple and they can't get along anymore. That's the underlying joke.
Yeah, that'd be good. And also it should be like a really talkative guy as a really talkative guy with a silent yes man. Oh my God! It should be Jason Mewes. No.
No.
I know. It's a very pleasant train scene, but these are nice chairs for a train.
Mm.
Little things.
Not living in America, is this like what most train, like, do they have, like, is it all train cabins? It's not one, because over here in Australia, like where most trains I travel on, that it's like an entire carriage and it's just full of seats. It's not like cabins like this.
Yeah.
Is it more like?
It's more like different cars, you know. Like there's the dining car, then there's like your car where you can sleep in it also. But yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
different cars. It's not one giant thing.
Yeah.
It's not like the James Bond Heineken trailer.
Mm.
Yeah. Also, this is a great. What do you think of this whole idea versus belief?
Oh, it's so right. It's easier to change an idea, but belief, that's hard. That is so hard to change.
Yeah.
I struggled with it for so long.
Yeah.
Because for quite a long time, I was agnostic, borderline atheist.
Yeah.
And then, of course, something came along and changed my perspective, and I'm like, no, I do believe this.
I want to mention.
It's just I do have problems with it. I do have questions. Why is this so wrong? Why is this so wrong?
Also, I love the Mallrats callback to one of my favorite scenes in Mallrats. When dons the bat cowl. Well, they were mentioning that when she was coming in. Also, I like just how they collide right here. Just the villains are villains for the piece, if you will, are now meeting the heroes who are trying to kill the villains. And they don't know it yet. There's like on there, and I like how there's like the no smoking sign. Damon's just pretending to be stoned. Is he doing it because just being stoned would be bad, or is he doing it just because the sign says no smoking?
I think he's trying to hide it. I think he's trying to get stoned. Because they can't drink, but they can probably still get stoned.
Yeah. I don't know, it looked like he was faking it. I don't know. It might have just been how I saw it. Also, this is a great scene also. It's probably like one of my third favorite scenes in the thing.
Really? No, I like what comes after this. That's my favorite bit.
Oh, it's a great bit. Well, I forget, this might have been my second favorite. Either way. I love this whole debate here, because these two characters have a lot in common. Also, I think this is a forced gay joke, by the way.
No, I think it's a genuine misunderstanding.
I guess they play it off well enough, but I mean, at least after this, it's used way too much. Would you agree with me on that? That it's kind of like the common just, oh yeah, we're partners. Like, you can't just say, I run you have to say, those guys my partner. If say you're cops, your partners on a force.
Well, they don't come across as cops.
I'm saying, like, in another example, you can't just say partner.
Yeah, well,
yeah, this is my buddy on the force.
Partner has sort of become like the default setting for people who just aren't married.
Yeah.
So I think that was coming into being a little bit before this. So yeah.
It's like the watcher and the doubter chat. You know, it's really good. And the whole, again, that great statement, like God has a plan. That's what set the seeds of distrust, I guess, in her mind. Like, she was always raised with that belief, and then what was her plan? If her big plan was, to have family, have kids, happy life, but then it was all taken away from her. And I love it here with Barnaby, where he believed that, and just God stopped listening.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's just a great juxtaposition for those two characters. This really works. I love that. And they both are relating to each other. And I love them. They have a lot to do with each other. Because because apparently she has to kill him. She didn't know that, but she's told she has to kill him. And he's like, the realization, they want me dead so bad, and they're sent by the big guy? God, I'm not safe. I'm tired. I'm done after this scene. Oh, you're right. Absolutely. Now I'm remembering it. Yeah, that scene is really good after this. But yeah. It's still, it's like his pre-breaking point completely, because he completely breaks the scene after this. But right here, it's really...
Yeah.
Look on Affleck's face, too, when he hears that from her.
Yeah.
And also, Affleck just like the reaction from just kind of saying, God, stop listening. He's not telling her that, I've lived for thousands of years, I've been an angel. He's just kind of saying, I know what you're feeling like, and you just stop listening. It's all on his face, and it's really well acted. It's real subtle.
Yeah, I think Kevin Smith is probably he can get the most out of Affleck. I don't think any other director really has. I just feel that way. Like Pearl Harbor. Oh God, what the hell happened?
You know what's funny? In addition to being Daredevil, he's also played Superman.
When?
Well, remember the Hollywoodland movie? He played George Reeves, and he's in the costume for a bit.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he was in the costume, both black and white and colored.
I'll have to check that out, because that's something I've been meaning to say, because it's...
One of the best scenes is the gun scene, but that's all I'm going to say. It's based on a real-life event. I'm not talking about like the actual, what many people might just jump to for the gun scene. I mean like an occurrence that happened while it was just like promoting Superman.
Okay.
That's all. That clip's available online, so just that one. It's minus the ending, but the ending I'd be happy to inform you. If you don't manage to watch the whole film. But anyway.
Oh.
I like on his pants you can see the aftermath from the poo monster.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's all I can figure. Otherwise, he stole the pants off a homeless guy.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, and I don't think he did.
Yeah. You get just like that sinking feeling, like, oh, she's the one. She's the one trying to kill me. Oh.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Poor Affleck.
Yeah. He can get it out of him. I don't know what every other director has, but it's for some reason Smith can get Affleck to act really well.
Well, it's probably they're both Jersey boys and they both know each other, and it's just he knows how to prod them in the right places, I guess.
Or Kevin Smith just knows what to say to Affleck. Say no, Ben, do it like this.
Like how he like looks at the girl on his way in there. Again, also I think I've overshadowed with Affleck, but the Bethany, she's great in this scene too. Again, it's like two characters come from the same place, really.
And she's
even drunk, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Again, it's kind of, instead of just kind of playing a deadpan as she does occasionally, she really just, it communicates here that she translates the emotion of the scene from her past, and it kind of translates it, because you don't see any of the past, but just kind of, I think it communicates well. Her saying, you just stop listening. I mean, her saying, God has a plan, just the pain that she's experienced in her life from the loss of the child. Loss of the ability to bear children. Oh yeah, she's like not catching on to it, like, oh yeah, he's holding me at knife point here. At first. And the betrayal's starting to set in for Barbie here's like, I don't care. I deserve this. I don't care if it means the end of the world. I'm determined to prove my point here. Yeah, Damon just had the line, wait, you mean they're here to kill us? No, two other angels, you dope. Well, yeah. And of course, this is also funny. Yeah. Punches out Robin, so the fat man on Batman has to get up. Put him down. And Loki, he's not just all psychopath and killer either. He has a lot of good lines too. Like again, he's kind of playing the Jason Mewes, if you will, to the role. And he's he has a few funny lines like can't we just get off? Can I just get off to the next stop? Throws him out of the train. Of course, the punchline to the train throwing is the best part.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're going to reference an Indiana Jones movie. That's not just the gun scene from Raiders.
Yeah.
This is what you do. This is from Last Crusade. And this is a wave goodbye before the door closes. Here we go. If Silent Bob's going to speak, he's going to say something awesome.
Yeah.
And that
it's
line
his only
is...
line in the whole movie. Can you believe it?
Well, here's another line.
Does he?
Well, I'll tell you, but first, here we go. No ticket. After he looks at the door, just, no ticket.
No ticket.
Just perfect. One of the best lines from the Last Crusade movie, and that guy with the glasses should have put it in Suburban Nights because it's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here's the scene you were talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just love this because he breaks down. It's something that's probably happened to a lot of people. They just go, they go, oh, he's not there. She's not there. She's not doesn't listen to us anymore. And he seems like he's completely he's justified it to himself. It's what most psychopaths probably do is they justify anything.
Yeah, here's the role reversal. He is now the one that's not in control. It was Damon. Now this guy, he's out of control, and he's reached that breaking point that Bethany had, with the loss of the abilities to her children.
He's gone one step further. It's like and
he's getting a little Shakespearean here too.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see, what is communicated here is they suffer without the presence of God. They suffer.
Yeah.
And then he says, "I've heard this rant before." That's just anyway.
Oh yeah, that's a great moment too. He's saying,
and he's right. We've given this planet. We destroyed it.
Also, this is a real subtle thing, but the colors in the scene in which you see the hoods. Red for rage and kind of gray for undecided, in the middle.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it really counts, but it's there. It's like formally, his shirt was red. If you notice, Damon's shirt's red because he was rage, and then Affleck's shirt was gray, in that he was kind of undecided, just kind of going along for the ride, but being the smooth talker. But now it's kind of the hoods are now the judge, if that makes any sense.
All right.
But again, it's just
not fair. It's not fair. He's whining like a little baby now.
I don't think he's whining.
It's not fair. And whenever it's this, I'm just like, oh god, you're such a child.
I think he's justified in this. Because again, he was banished and he was doing what he thought was right for humanity. Humanity's basically, it's done nothing for itself as he's seeing it, and basically, God's done nothing to help it or help himself. And basically, well, now he's defending God or goddess, however you would like to phrase it. It's still up in the air, but he's still defending. He's still defending her. But still, he's kind of against her because she doesn't listen to him.
Yeah, he's like a whiny boyfriend that's whiny guy that's lost his girlfriend. Yeah, here we go.
Again, I love this bit. Doesn't feel whiny.
What are you saying? It's like this before. Don't you say that to me. He's talking about the devil.
Yep, red for the devil.
Lost it. You're talking about war on God. Yeah. I love that.
Again, it's just, he feels
no way. I've seen what happens to the proud when they turn on the throne. That's so true.
He's been so betrayed, and it's been building through the film, and now he's just completely betrayed. Now he's lost all his senses, and he's like, again, he's claiming war on God. He's saying, I don't care if it unravels the universe. I'm going home. You're going home with me. Yeah. I don't care how many people we're going to kill. he suffers, if we suffer, she's gonna suffer too. Like we've suffered for many years. We've been banished for doing what we thought was right, and now she thinks we're carrying out her will. She thinks that's wrong. What sense does that make? I mean,
that's another great bit coming up soon too. I love that shit.
Is that a couch?
Yeah.
What's a couch doing in there?
Okay, clearly you've never lived in rural Australia.
Okay.
Hell, you go through Mount Druitt. Apparently, there are couches on people's porches, or I guess with verandas or whatever.
Okay.
And chances are someone's thrown that away, and they've just pulled it up to where the. Oh yeah, this is true. It goes from 12 to 30.
By the way, how do you feel about this relation? I think it's...
Bethany.
Yeah, Bethany too, technically, if I'm right here, she's technically related to Jesus?
Yeah.
Yes, so how do you feel about it? Do you think it's forced at all, or...
I think it gives a reason why she was tapped, and they hint at it earlier, so it's not...
I don't know. I mean, I guess it works, but still, I think it's a little convenient. I don't know. Otherwise, I guess maybe I would. Either way, I think it's a risky move. But I guess it's better than just saying that God was feeling
she was
guilty.
just chosen for.
I was saying
I think
maybe,
it's another reason why that she was chosen. I think is the other.
The only thing I can think of, but still, even that. I mean, there are others probably like her in that. Basically, God kind of took away her ability to give life, and now it's giving her that second chance, I guess. But even that, maybe the relation's a better way to go. I don't know. I just think it's a little hackneyed either way. It's like a no-win scenario, but I guess this is the better than the other, than the latter. So, yeah. It's a small gripe. So, I mean,
yeah, it doesn't bother me because the way that the next bit that comes up, it sort of saves it for me.
Yeah. Oh, this next scene's really great.
Yeah, it's sort of what makes it work for me is that, hey, and it's sort of like, and it reveals something that maybe did happen.
Yeah, it makes that's just acting.
If you believe in that.
All I'm gonna say is acting-wise, it sold me on it. It's a well-written speech on Smith's part. It's well delivered by Alan Rickman, and it's well received on Fiorentino's part. And again, the walking on water, it's an easy effect. It's plexiglass, but it looks great all the time.
Yeah.
If RoboCop can do it, so can Alan Rickman. Yeah.
So, yeah, see.
Again, it's just this scene where the guy lets his guard down instead of being a little sarcastic. He's kind of saying, you know what it's like to be the voice of God and I have to tell someone that they're my son or like tell them they have this responsibility to uphold? Even though telling a child this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
He's genuinely sorry for it. I mean, I didn't want... It's a lot to take in, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I wish I could tell him it wasn't true, but it was. It's my duty. I have to tell him. Break the news.
Yeah.
Let's carry out the stuff even if it is harsh.
Yeah.
To quote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it's my lot in life. Yeah. No, I guess it's more of a Star Wars quote, but I think it's also in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Everything from the train scene on, I really like. It's like a lot. I really think this is probably one of the Kevin Smith's films that's probably spoken to me most, and I rewatch over and over and over again. But Clerks and Mallrats, that's more about my early 20s. This is probably more about my mid 20s. This one's spoken to more. But it's just I do love this film. because it's got scenes like this that shows that yes, Kevin Smith can write and can get beyond the poop jokes, beyond the dick jokes, and there is real meaning underneath. He can write stuff that's really meaningful.
Definitely. Also, I think Smith had rewatching the films. I'm sorry to say he has a real flair for the third act, so it doesn't really falter in the third act. Like for Mallrats, it's great. It's entertaining as heck with Jason Lee in there.
Yeah.
And third act for this is pretty good.
Mm.
I'm not sure if it's stronger than the other ones. I mean, I'm not sure if it doesn't falter is what I'm saying for the third act for this film, but I think the other acts are really cool.
Mm.
Again, my favorite scene's probably I would say the second act.
Mm.
I mean, this third act is good. I just think it's a little. This scene's good. I guess like the brief introduction. I guess if it makes any sense, it's a smidgen weak, but it picks up right here. And also, he says, "Why is it every time I talk to you, I get wet?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, this is a great set.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. It's a train station, isn't it?
I'm not. Yep. This stuff really works.
Funny, he doesn't look like John Farnham. Sorry. Aussie joke.
Oh, yeah, of course, I love this kind of this reoccurring gag in this film that Jay has a. I'm sorry, I was going to say. He always has like this line. It's basically kind of stating the obvious. It's really a good idea. I mean, not stating the obvious. It's stating the thing no one else has thought of.
Yeah.
It's kind of from the stoner. The little stoner's got a point.
Yes.
But also, it's funny about this scene is Jason Mewes, Kevin Smith wanted Jason Mewes saying, "Okay, listen, we have Alan Rickman. He's going to be there. He's a British actor, real theatrical. You know, he doesn't want to. I don't want you to embarrass me or embarrass him or embarrass anyone. So get your lines straight. Okay, know your lines. He's a professional actor. And basically, Jason Mewes did because he didn't want to. His words are, I didn't want to piss off that Rickman guy, Kevin Smith, because in amazement, he memorized his lines, but everyone's lines. So basically, Kevin Smith quizzed him, and he was like, Rain Man. He knew everyone's line. To quote Kevin Smith, and he says, "But dude, I didn't want to piss off that Rickman guy." This is really that's a little funny. So during this scene between the two. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good idea. Why don't you just cancel the event?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Little Stoner's got a point.
Much yeah.
Well, I'm saying it's happened.
Can you believe that they didn't think of the solution earlier?
Huh.
But the first time watching this,
Well, to be fair, I mean, they do keep things very vague, and that's basically the reason it takes them so long to figure it out. Because they say you have to find the prophets, then they'll take you to where you need to go. And well, technically, Jason Mewes, Jay and Silent Bob did take them where they need to go. They need to go all the way back, though. It's like Suburban Nights, back where we started. Well, actually, no, wait, they still are. Forget it, I said that. They still are heading to New Jersey. It's just, they're still directing them, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Eh.
And then they keep it kind of vague. Like, if you miss that opening section, you probably wouldn't pick up on it.
Eh.
Oh.
Yep.
The prophets finally live up to their name. Oh, they're talents.
That little touch is just Silent Bob's like slapping their hands, like, come on, don't embarrass us.
I think George Carlin probably had a ball with this scene.
He did. Using like a chalice for a hole.
Yeah, fill them pews.
Smoking. Is that?
Oh, so if we only had the numbers.
Let me ask you this: is there anything against smoking in the Bible?
I don't think so. I haven't read the book.
What about? Oh yeah.
That book is very violent and dirty. This is one of the dirtiest books ever written.
I can't show my kids that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder if there's anything against smoking and drugs, and that's why people think it's okay. Again, really dense people, but I'm just saying that they're really die-hard religions who are going to think that. Well, it's okay. It's not in the Bible. We can do it. Again, please don't lynch me in the comments. I'm sorry. I retract that remark. Chris Rock's funny in this age. Just say, come on. Just nodding, smiling and nodding, and George Carlin's straight face saying, no.
Yeah. I was sent by the wings, what I am. Ah.
That POW was funny. It looks like a comic book POW. It has like the 3D dots in the background. Yeah.
Does not make mistakes. Yeah.
Right. Keep in mind, they are approaching with a really hard thing to sell. You know, Black Jesus, which also Family Guy reference. Black Jesus! Sorry.
Yeah.
So, you know, the Black Jesus and the 13th Apostle. It's kind of a female god. That's kind of a hard thing to swallow.
Not for me.
Well, I mean, for the Cardinal.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a great but simple shot. Simple but still effective shot right here. It's just there's walking in front of like a New Jersey Sun with that great Howard Shore score behind them. It's just them, they're approaching. They're encroaching. There it is, New Jersey. It's like an old film trick. It's a real simple shot, but really effective. Again, those trench coats, not trench coats, those overcoats, awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I love this. Here we go.
Oh yeah, Syndrome's in this scene.
Yay.
But before that, we have I love the putter gag. You know, that's kind of sweet.
No, they didn't steal the putter, they stole the driver.
Well, they stole a golf club. Let's agree to this.
There you go.
Yeah. It's funny. And there's Syndrome. He literally is like Syndrome in this scene. Wasted on his own guitar. He's just crisscross sitting on the bar.
Yeah.
Azrael. When everyone's super, no one will be.
Yeah.
Sorry. Pixar reference.
I love this.
I love this
A
gag.
holy bartender.
It'd be funny if that was a Batman reference, but it's not. I don't know. Gibbs is a huge Batman fan. It's probably not, but still, it'd be funny if it was. You know, the holy bartender.
What, you don't think that was a Joker gag?
Joker? Oh, it sounds like something. Oh, it's definitely something Joker would say. I agree with you, but still, it sounds like a holy Heisenberg's Batman, that sort of thing. Like, holy Man of Steel box office gross, Batman. Yeah. Also, there's a nice little detail here around some Hayek. You hear these flies buzzing around her.
Really?
It's because, there's I kept hearing this fly noise around Salma Hayek in the scene. Also, holy bartender, haha, funny. I agree.
Yeah.
But I hear these fly sound effects around her. I'm assuming it's because she was digging around the poop monster.
Yeah.
She was, so.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. I keep hearing this fly sound effect around her during the scene.
Really?
At least twice during the scene I hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Take it for what you will.
Are you sure it's not the hockey guys?
Well...
Counting on it!
I don't... It doesn't sound like their theme previously to me. It's just like an isolated, just one fly. I don't know. It could be wrong. It could be them. Either way, I'm saying it'd be funny. It still could work, even if it was just a fly, you know? Because, again, she's been digging around with the poop monster. Either way, I don't know. And it's George Carlin wearing a Pope hat. It's like a DC... It's like a Marvel Comics promotion right there.
Yeah.
Catholicism. Wow! Marvel now. DC New 52.
No!
Okay. Easy.
Great, you jinxed this now. No one's going to come and say...
I like Scott Snyder's Batman. That's fine. Sure, you don't need New 52 for that, but it's okay. As long as I don't say it 3 times, it's not going to act like Beetlejuice.
Okay.
A lot of death here. Starting with Boys in Blue here.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Yeah.
That's a Hulk reference. You know it.
Yeah.
Wait, he just snaps in one motion. That's
yeah.
He's messing. He's at least far gone now. He's killing people, and you can tell. Just Damon, to his credit, here, look at him. The guy, he's acting on his face. He's saying, "I don't like this at all. This is bad. We're going too far for this. Where we wanted to be, but this is not how I intended to get there."
I love their outfits that go with the wings. They're like
gladiators.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is good.
Against Angel.
Like they're siblings.
And Azrael is not amused. Azrael is not amused. He's something else. I forget what he is, but I did look at him up.
Well, I like that kid.
Oh, he was the Angel of Truth or something, I think it is. I can't remember.
I like that there's this line that basically talks about Elvis. That's why he's the king and you're a schmuck. I love that line.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, just in this movie, I just hear Syndrome in this movie in particular. I don't hear it in Mallrats. Just hear it here because he's just such a bad guy. So the bad guy who's in control, like Syndrome was, when he had Bob strapped to the giant machine, with the goo balls attached to him. But yeah, well, it was more like metal balls, but he was captured by a goo ball. Yeah. I love how hasn't happened yet. But love how Bob saves the day. Chris Rock's just sitting there. Oh, I'm so tired of this guy prattling on.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with the situation. Just because I'm reaching for references here. I kept thinking that was a reference to Frank Miller, but it's not.
Not his hat?
His evil hat? Oh, Jason Lee has the angel version of his white hat. Yeah. It's the purified version of Frank Miller's evil hat.
Ah, that's what it is.
And all that goop on the inside coated it. And
yeah.
then that turned into his black fedora. Which goes on to have its own misadventures with Doomsday.
Here we go. Ollie tells Glenn how comes from.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, what's our Syndrome villain here doing? So the folks at home, maybe not watching the movie.
He's going to make everything no longer exist.
He's basically just letting our guys go down there, just keeping our heroes here while the bad guys go down there.
Just waiting for the end of the world to happen.
Yep.
Or the end of existence, actually.
Yep.
But when you think of his plan, like he says, have you been to hell? I'd rather not exist than go on living that.
Yeah.
He's also of more current events.
He's also a good manipulator too, because he did tell him, "Oh yeah, it's Brian O'Halloran again."
Yeah.
He's just kind of manipulative. He's warns them, but he knows they're going to do it anyway. Well, he doesn't really stop. He just says, if you're going on your mission, just be discreet about it. Yeah. Oh, this is great with Salma Hayek and Silent Bob here.
Yeah.
Just kind of like with the eyes, just saying, "Come on, are you kidding me? Look at this guy. Look at the TV. I'm not doing that. You're nuts." Lady, he's Azrael.
Yeah.
And not just...
And Azrael's a badass.
Yeah.
Even in the Bible, he's a bad...
And in Batman.
Really?
Well, I mean, he is in Batman, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's...
A few, actually. And to appease Chris Rock, there's even a black Azrael. So, yeah. Oh, I love this. Again, Silent Bob saves the day. That just makes me happy. It's like the power of the overcoat in this film.
Yeah.
It really works. He does all the stuff. And of course, this right here, I just love the tension in this scene. Like, is it going to work? I was thinking that the first time I watched it. Like, well, he's letting him get a free shot. He's not going to hurt Silent Bob, is he?
Yeah.
He's thinking he's going to hit him with the golf club. I thought he was going to hit him in between the legs. So I was expecting.
Yeah. It's Kevin Smith, so you'd think that.
But either way.
I love that bit where he just licks his finger and rips his shirt in order to get...
Smooth. And then she knows what's going to happen. She's like, go ahead, come on.
Go ahead.
This isn't really scary. It just caught me off guard about this working.
What do you think happens to him after this? Does he just go back to hell?
He must.
Wait, no. Where is he going to go? Detroit?
Well, if he gets in trouble with his supervisor, they might send him there, where our good guys turn bad guys were sent to Wisconsin. Oh man, that's a weird looking effect. And just Silent Bob's like, I don't know what happened. Shrugging his shoulders, like, what?
Yeah, I think they're dead, Jason.
Yep. Silent Bob's face. Yeah. Oh, it's a black goop.
Yeah, well, I think he just goes back to hell.
The driver, I mean, yeah, he probably does that.
Well, it's an instrument of God?
Yep. How good a golf player do you think the goddess is? She enjoys skee ball.
He ain't gonna need it.
Moral of the story, if you have an Uzi, you will not die. Sign.
Yeah.
Quote Kick-Ass.
They are. I'm holding an Uzi and I'm not dying.
Proven fact. Also, I should mention, and I'm pretty sure of this, we are... Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. I believe one of the... No, I don't think it's here. I think it must have passed. In Pittsburgh, the pillar where Bane was punching into was in this film at some point.
Oh, okay.
It might have been around where the corporate headquarters was.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I heard Kevin Smith talk about it. He mentioned like it was when shooting Dogma, and it was in Pittsburgh, and that's where Rise was shot with the pillar punching scene. I can't say for certain, so I can't see it at the moment. I thought it was here, but it's church here, so I can't remember the round structure of the pillar. But it's in the film, folks, so, watch out for it. I kept thinking about X-Men First Class, just flying people up there and dropping them from tall.
Yeah.
And again, it just... like right here, you may
some of the blood, I gotta say, some of the blood in this does not look that good. It just looks like red paint.
Yeah. Like when the wings are cut off?
No, it just looks like,
well, Affleck's wing looks like real blood.
Yeah.
By the way, I love this bit here. Again, just forgive me if I'm just overly praising Silent Bob, but I like here they charge to help the girl, but it's like Chris Rock's holding them back. I love that, because that kind of shows, and again, in a weird way, they kind of what true heroes are. At least Silent Bob is Jason Mewes just into, I'm going to do stuff to that girl later. I don't hurt her. She's my future love baby maker or something. I don't know. Anyways, I kind of like the heroic side of Silent Bob here. Just, just charging to help the girl.
He's got. I don't know what to say about that. This is a good conclusion.
It is. It's
yeah. And it's probably one of the before Red State. It's probably one of the bloodiest films Kevin Smith's done. But you say Red State, God, that's a bloodbath.
Yep. I like how nice some Hayek is to this guy. Like saying, he's like saying, "Oh, it's you. Did you go through the door?" Okay, what do you think of the Affleck wings here?
They're great.
Huh. Okay.
I
thought you didn't like.
It's not bad. But looking at it now, like if you're back further, it looks good. But once that you get that close up, you can see, and then when he lands, okay, they're fine.
Yeah. Again, somebody's kind of protecting the girl too, like getting in front of her. Ooh. Just hit Salma Hayek. That's a war crime.
Yeah, that's a hate crime, man.
Well, it's a war crime, but also, yeah. Again, just like...
Where did he get the knife?
What?
Where did he get the knife?
Well, he had a side satchel. You get to see the satchel. He's going to turn in a few minutes or something, in a second. He has like a knife holder. It's too small to be that knife, though, but it's a knife holder, so...
Okay.
Take that for what you will. It's part of the armor. It's in there. So you get a pouch for it. Yeah, I know the gadgets and stuff. That's...
Okay.
And again, last time I'll bring it, because I think it's the last point that we see it. It's them charging to help the girl out while she's in peril.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. Is that paint on the armor, or is that blood? Like around the shoulders and the...
That's supposed to be blood, but...
Again, these harnesses not too comfortable, because again, they do ride up in the regions. It's like basically like wearing a girdle.
Really?
Well, that's what I've heard from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory when they were on wires. And I've heard it was really uncomfortable for Alan Rickman. Again, I told you, a little bit concise with some of the lines when he had the harness on with the wings.
Okay.
I can only imagine, because Ben Affleck was probably lowered on wires. For at least some of it, at least going
that
down.
And he's
like,
drunk.
Yeah. There's like a Roman death coming up, by the way. Just like the stabbing to the side. So like you should see the statue like... Ooh, poor Matt Damon. No Good Will Hunting too. Just wait till Chainsaw Bob Strike Back. Okay.
I've never actually seen Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. It's not bad.
One of us won an award for writing.
Yep, I love how Kevin Smith called him on that when he was trying to get a quote for Red State. Just like, no, it's okay. I like this movie better than Quentin Tarantino. He says, okay, I'll take that, but I just want you to remind you won an award for writing. They rewrote a really good one.
Well, it's gonna end. You said you would fuck me.
That's a fun gag. I love that. It's a good callback. And again, Mewes does also save the day, so it's not just all Silent Bob. He just points out the Stone's got a point. He points out the obvious. He gives directions that saves the day in the end.
Yeah.
Why the heck does he have a nose ring?
That's a nice.
Just for some reason, partway through this movie, he just ends up getting a nose ring.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had. Did he have it in Mallrats?
No.
Well, he was on heroin at the time, so that might be the reason.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Again, the ski wall mentioned, and I probably should have mentioned this earlier. I do like how they hint at it. The whole goddess.
The whole way through they hint at this guy being there.
The John Doe Jersey guy, which I think it's a fun name. I know it's John Doe, but still Jersey is just calling it Jersey.
Yeah.
Yep. So I like the setup again. The Bud Court being the body, and he's been in a coma the whole thing. It's been set up, and during the dinner scene, well, it looked like a dinner scene at the Impossible train station. He mentions she goes on holiday and goes into a body to play skee ball. Yeah.
That's so funny. God loves skee ball.
Hey, who does?
True. It's been a while since I played, so I can't remember how well I did, but I think I did.
I play once a year.
They keep telling him, don't shoot him, they can't touch him.
But still, this is like the homage to many things. You got Scarface, you got some slow-mo there. And again, this kind of, it's not exactly an Requiem, but it's like, it'd be hilarious if there was an Requiem there. It was just kind of this building music. Like, it's being shot, it's like the glass is raining down, the bullets raining down, that sort of stuff, and the explosion. Yeah, it's mainly a Scarface reference. Uzis are cool-looking weapons, though.
Yeah.
Again,
I've always liked Uzis.
Yeah. Hair trigger, though, that's a problem. See, the blood looks good there, a little too good, like, ugh.
Well, now it looks like tomato sauce.
It's like
ketchup, I guess, for you.
It's like a clipped chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ketchup here.
Oh, now you got a problem. Now you got a soul.
Yeah. Affleck is the Joker right there, that laughing shot. No.
It looks pink mixed in, with the white. It's like. Now, I never get this. Why has she got to die?
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. Yeah, why is the lightning... It's like one bolt of lightning and it kills her. Why? Does she really... Do you think she needs to be resurrected?
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Well, I mean, maybe that's why she dies, but still, it's a lousy way to kill her. Just a random lightning bolt.
Yeah, coming out of God. Okay, now I get it.
Just one, though. I mean, I guess I get the resurrection, but still, why just one random lightning bolt does her in? Like, maybe if, like, Affleck stabbed her or something? I don't know. Oh, that's great.
Okay.
I was saying this earlier. I think I don't know where the relationship was with Kevin Smith and his wife Jennifer Swalbucks.
Yeah.
Now I don't know because also I believe she was also pregnant at some point during the year. They had a child within the first year, so I don't know if that's why she was unavailable for this film. I think this role should have been her. I would imagine this role Smith would put her in this role as the goddess.
As God. Okay.
Well, yeah. However you want to phrase it. But I'm going to put that on hold for a second because Affleck does a wonderful job here saying goodbye. Saying, I'm sorry. Because you buy it, don't you?
Yeah. Kevin Smith loves to make him cry.
I mean, yeah, I buy it. Like, he says, I'm sorry, I was doing your will. I just got confused along the way. I just want to go home. He's like his kid that ran away. I just want to go home. But in a good way, though. I buy it. I felt bad for him. Yeah, things went out.
All you got to do is cover your ears, and that works.
Well, it's two not godlike beings. Like one's dead, and one's the serendipity. So I guess that might add some cover to it.
No, what I'm saying is just cover your ears is good enough.
Oh, it's only. No, apparently. And with the ear, like it's the little thing, it's just like, don't scream in my ear.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But again, because she might have been, every time my shirt gets wet, and he's using, using her robe. Or using her dress.
I love that God's got a sense of humor.
She's wearing like a tutu underneath. But yeah, so I think it would have been funny because, if it was his wife, because think about it, Silent Bob and the God, who is basically silent herself. I thought that'd be like a match made in heaven, literally.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense. A wife with little acting experience, if anything, having no lines, and kind of like yourself, she's in there. I mean, that's an idea I had. Maybe she was pregnant with Harley Quinn at the time. Maybe they hadn't done that during shooting. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they just didn't think of it or wanted to use her. She does sing in the last... Muse got kissed by God.
Yeah.
He's happy.
Oh, man, no, maybe that's what it was.
What?
Because Muse doesn't... wouldn't go for that, I don't think.
Go for what?
Kissing Jennifer Schwarber.
Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah. Maybe that, I don't know. But also, yeah, this, the girl playing God here, she sings the credit song.
Alanis Morissette?
Yeah. Yeah. She sings, I forget what the title is. You'll see it in the end credits, but yeah, she does the, singing for that credit song. Also, I love this concept that she's childlike.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but it's about to. But it's
yeah.
But also, I'm convinced. I'm not convinced, but I mean, I have an idea because Kevin Smith's a big Batman fan. I'm pretty sure he wanted to do this because it looked like Death in the Family. Death in the Family. That's it. The cover where Batman's holding Jason Todd.
Yeah.
It's about to happen. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead here, but I'm just trying to name it before it happens.
Now that we're here, this is the... When I was first watching this, it was the middle of the night when it was on. As I said, it was on Movie Extra. And my mum came out and screamed at me because I was laughing all the way through this movie. And she came out and screamed, "Go to bed!" And I was like 14 years old at the time, so I missed the ending, and I didn't know what happened after she came up dead. I was like, oh, that's a sucky way to end it.
Yeah. And again, it's kind of like the Death in the Family cover, where he's kind of holding her in his arms. I think it's just holding her in arms thing. I can't say for certain, but he's a big Batman fan. And also, I love how he brought himself to cry.
It wasn't the cover, by the way.
But I mean, not cover, I mean.
It's the very famous panel.
Yeah, the famous panel, sorry, yeah. I don't know, it's just like Silent God and Silent Bob.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it would
work. It would work. But, like I said, I don't think Muse would have gone for it.
Well, it's only like a kiss on the cheek, really.
No, it was a lip lock.
Well, yeah, I guess. Okay, good.
True. Technology. Better. Reference to the script he never...
Yep.
Because they never did it. They never did the $6 Million Man.
It didn't.
Because by now it would be $6 Billion Man.
Yeah.
Or $600 million Man.
Yeah. $6 trillion man if you want to make it a stretch. There's childlike God right there. Just kind of, again, it's really a interesting thing. You like that?
I love it that she's wearing shorts underneath.
Yeah. She has like the Bud Cort underwear, I guess, from the body, I guess.
Yeah.
And this is nice. She gets the child she wanted. Yeah. But also, again, childlike God. It's just like kind of saying that's the reason she's imperfect. She's just really childlike. Maybe.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a nice visual. Just saying, yeah, she's nice.
If anyone that Kevin Smith knows is listening to this, my idea for the next one is the devil kidnaps the child, and they actually have to go to hell to get it. That's my idea for Dogma 2.
And they shoot
devil kid.
And they shoot in Detroit.
Yeah, because Detroit's hell.
Well, RoboCop can attest to that. Oh, by the way, there was a Silent
Bob.
Yeah, Silent Bob has this other line. Did he say it
Where?
yet? Oh, okay.
What?
It's when they go inside. Hasn't happened yet. Also, I love that she said shush to Muse before she kissed him.
Yeah.
She didn't say a word, but she wanted to. Alan Rickman has a line.
We're all here for some cosmic joke. Yeah, that's probably the best thing that. Didn't I tell you she was funny?
Yeah, that's nice. It's a really, again, budget effective way. It's just a church filled with smoke, just like a doorway full of smoke as their big exit.
And guess what? It would.
It does. It works. So it should be coming up. I don't know if Alan Rickman said or not yet, but he should say it like after this bit right here with Chris Rock. Name it Rufus. Do you get that reference? Is that supposed to be a reference at all, or just like name the kid Rufus?
Because that's his name.
Yeah, it's his name. I get it, but he's like, is there some connotation to that, or?
I think it's just a funny name.
Only one time I've ever heard the name Rufus and it worked. It was on Ron Stoppel's Naked Mole Rat and Kim Possible. So that's basically the only time I've ever heard Rufus used well. There we go, right here.
Yeah.
It says, thanks. Maybe if you two stop with all the... Hey, you two behave yourselves and put in a good word for you. He says, thanks. Like, clean up your act. Clean up the language. That was a thanks. And the guy that doesn't speak says thanks. And he's like, hey, that's my line. There's the close. Everyone got a resolution.
Yeah. It's a movie that still works. It's probably the most rewatchable one of the lot, along with Mallrats. It's another one I like to rewatch. Oh, we should go to Quick Stop.
Yeah, that's a great line.
Well, the next one was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, so obviously they did.
But are you sure about that? Well, I mean...
99 was...
It
was,
at the end of the credits here, it says Clerks 2, but then again, they could have just switched the order afterwards.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they were gonna do Clerks 2 was on the books for ages.
Yeah. Well, now that's happening with Clerks 3.
Yeah. But Hit Somebody's supposed to come out too.
Well, Hit Somebody... Did you hear about...
It's supposed to be a miniseries, yeah.
Yeah, miniseries. George Clooney, Matt Damon, and Fiorentino.
Yeah, great cast. I think this was the best one, the best casting in one.
I would concur with that. Alan Rickman.
Yeah. Chris Rock, yeah, one of my favorite comedians is Chris Rock.
And Bud Cort from, again, Superman Animated Series.
And the Clerks guys.
Yep, Turner. It's Guinevere Turner.
Oh, okay.
There's beardless.
I think you're right. I think she was in it. There's Brian Johnson.
Well, very short beard.
I think you're right. That woman was in Clerks. I think. Yeah. The writer and director was Kevin Smith. The producer was Scott Mosier. I love that. Okay. Any final thoughts?
Well, final thoughts. Also, we should note that two things. At the end of the credits, there's we see Kevin Smith do like some humorous credits. Like basically, he says thanks to all the people who made the movie, with like a little, just their first names and like something nice about him. And the end, like this guy's like this type of religion, but he helped us out the whole way. kind of their influence on the film, and then after that he has like again the girl who played God is singing the song.
Yeah, Alanis Morissette.
Well, yeah, the also sorry. Yeah, he also credits like other filmmakers and other comic creators that kind of influenced the film, has influenced him, and like Tarantino's on the list, Grant Morrison's on the list, Alan Moore, like Martin Scorsese also. There's a few names are like at the end of the credits, and they also quote a really funny line. They just say it again because it's really funny. Jason Mewes, when he said, "Once you find out that she's related to Jesus," he says, "Wait, so you're part black?"
Yeah. That's so funny.
So final thought.
Skywalker Sound did the sound for this. Oh.
Oh yeah, that's they got married this year, so that must be when they got married, doing the editing for this film.
Okay. Sorry, hang on a minute, man. I'll be back right back. Keep talking though.
Yeah, this film just a lot of great things came in.
10 minutes
play here. Okay. It's hard-working people. You can tell all the work that went into this film. Kevin Smith put a lot of effort in this. Things got rough. They did. I mean, people protested the film. It was a dicey topic. Kevin Smith stuck true to it, though, and overall, it's not to be taken overly seriously. Nothing to get upset about.
No, it's a movie with a rubber poop monster in it.
Exactly. And overall, just again, I love the film. Giving these films another chance, I'm finding a lot of great stuff. Again, I love a lot of stuff. Jay and Silent Bob have really grown on me, especially, I've always loved Silent Bob, but even Jason Mewes, I've learned more about the guy. I've heard him more frequently. Yeah, I like the guy. And, again, all the players, you're just well casted. Ben Affleck and Silent Bob stole the show in this film. I told you my favorite scene is that boardroom scene. And again, just really...
Mine too. I'm going to say, my favorite scenes are the scenes with Ben Affleck in the boardroom and where in the parking lot at the end, towards the end. Because you just see him snap, and that's great. And it's probably some of Ben Affleck's best acting all around.
Oh, definitely, definitely. So basically, again, religion is kind of I'm not overly crazy about religious stuff, but this film, regardless of that, it sold me on this being a good film itself and not just hinging on that. So it basically, if it can make me like it, even though I'm not into religion, it's doing something right. And I still like Mallrats better. This isn't my favorite film, but I think it's a really well-made film, though.
Yeah.
If you give it a second chance, I like it more than I have previously. So, in a nutshell, that's it. So, final thoughts for you?
I love this film. It was either this or Mallrats like I said, that I saw first. I just can't honestly remember because I watched a whole heap of Kevin Smith films back to back at some stage, and I can't remember what order I watched them in. And I think this overall is probably my favorite Kevin Smith film. Clerks is up there, but I think this is probably the one I rewatch the most. Mallrats has gone up there recently, but I just gotta say it's just this one is probably one overall I would say is my favorite, like I said. But it's just hard for me to. It's going to be hard for me when we get down to ratings time to rate this, but I do love this film. I love what it says on religion. I love that it doesn't apologize for it. And I think it was also kind of ahead of its time because not too long after this, well, actually a few years after this, the Da Vinci Code came out and said a lot of similar things to what this says.
In a nutshell, basically at the end of the day, they're saying, yeah, religion can be crazy, but if you're into it, you're into it. But just don't go too far with it.
Yeah.
It's like with anything. You don't want to go too far with it. You don't want to just force people to believe what you're saying or whether you're for or against it. It's for poking fun at both sides. That's at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So basically, there's that last line with Linda Bethany. She, she's talking to Chris Rock before he leaves, and he says, "Do you believe?" He says, "No, but I have a pretty good idea." I think that line really just is it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a good idea. You know, she's kind of sold after the experience, but still, she's it's like it's a question of belief, or can she buy the idea or get on the idea?
Huh.
In a nutshell, it's it's open interpretation. You can laugh at it. It's fun. It's not taking things too seriously, but not taking things like just completely lightly to make fun of something in a bad way. It's done in pure fun and goodness.
I love how he thanks God in the credits as well for creating him and thus creating this film.
Yep, hardly Clerk, and that didn't happen. Just Clerks 2.
Yeah, and it was good.
Now should we get the ratings or anything else said?
No, I think we should get the ratings done. Ooh. This is honestly a hard decision for me. I almost considered giving this a 5. But I have to go with giving it a 4. It's not quite a 4.5, but it could be a 4.25. But I'm going to just give it a straight 4 because I don't want to get into the quarters because otherwise we're going to be here for ages.
Well,
that'll be my. I'm not going to give it a 4, but I'll give it a 4. Right? 4 of them.
Well, last thing before I give a rating is also again, Jade and Silent Bob really well integrated into this film, like to the maximum amount you can basically have them for a film. Really nicely done. I think Mallrats may do it just a good amount. This also does it a great amount. They're well integrated in these two films, Mallrats and Dogma. They're best integrated in those two. But my rating, I was in the air between 4.5 and 4, but I'm going to give it a solid 4. Again, the religious stuff, it's not my bag, but still they sold me on the premise. It's a good film. I like it overall more than I would. I can't rank it over Mallrats, but still just it's funny because I think I might have ranked this higher than Mallrats, but still I like Mallrats more. So
yeah, well, I can see that happening. You're putting your critical hat on for the rating.
So I think I'm making a solid 4.
Okay. So thank you everyone for listening. Thank you God for creating me and and thank you God for creating Blue Dragon 5 because otherwise I'd be here doing these commentaries all by myself. So we're going to be back at some stage with Back to the Future 3. I'm not sure when. Yeah, but apparently we're going to be doing Ghostbusters. I forgot about that. We're going to be doing Ghostbusters at some stage. So stay tuned for that because that's going to be an all-star cast to do that one.
Yep, we have to have 4 people, maybe more.
Yeah.
4. We could have a Slimer to the group.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that because I'm probably going to not be able to get it a wordage edgewise for that, but we've got a great lineup for that. So stay tuned.
See ya.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.